Have you ever wondered how your body develops immunity after you get a vaccine? Well, let's unravel this mystery together. The key player in this process is our immune system, particularly a group of cells known as memory B cells. Produced by our lymph nodes, these cells are like the guardians of our body, providing long-term protection against diseases. So, how do they do it? Imagine memory B cells as a library of invaders. When a vaccine is administered, it delivers an antigen, a foreign substance that triggers an immune response. These memory B cells memorize this antigen, and like a vigilant sentinel, they remain alert for this specific invader. When a foreign object, such as a virus, enters the body bearing the same antigen, the B cells recognize it and spring into action. They trigger the production of a large number of potent antibodies to destroy the invader, effectively removing the infection. So, the memory B cells play a crucial role in protecting us from diseases. But how do these cells work? Let's delve a little deeper. For memory B cells to work effectively, they need a little help from their friends, the T cells. Let's start by understanding the relationship between these two types of cells. Memory B cells, the guardians of our immune system, are like meticulous librarians. They memorize the antigens or identifying markers of a disease that a vaccine introduces. When a virus bearing the same antigen invades the body, our memory B cells spring into action, triggering the production of a battalion of antibodies to neutralize the intruder. However, these memory B cells can't do it alone. They need the support of T cells, much like a librarian needs a team to manage a library effectively. T cells provide the necessary backup, enhancing the memory B cells' ability to recognize and respond to foreign antigens. It's crucial to note, though, that not all vaccines prompt the body to produce these memory B cells. It's like inviting guests to a party but forgetting to send out invites to some of your friends. This is where the concept of boosters comes into play. In some cases, our immunity party needs a little extra kick to keep going. This kick comes in the form of frequent boosters that enhance the duration of immunity conferred by these memory B cells, which can range from 6 months to a few years. Think of these boosters as a top-up, keeping our immune system primed and ready to fight off infections. However, it's important to remember that vaccines trigger the production of memory B cells to varying degrees. Just as different parties have different vibes, different vaccines stimulate different levels of response, and having memory B cells alone does not guarantee protection. It's like having a party with only one type of snack. It's just not enough to keep everyone happy. Now that we know how memory B cells and T cells work together, let's understand another essential immune cell, the long-lasting plasma cell, or LLPC. Long-lasting plasma cells, or LLPCs, are the unsung heroes of our immune system. These diligent defenders are not stationary. They migrate from the bustling factories of our lymph nodes to the sturdy vaults of our bone marrow. Here, they find a home, and it's not a brief stay either. These cells may endure for decades, standing guard against diseases and ready to spring into action at a moment's notice. But why are LLPCs so crucial in our defense mechanism? Well, they are the main players in vaccine-induced immunity. When we get vaccinated, the ultimate goal is not just to trigger a temporary immune response, it's to ensure that the body is equipped with a robust and long-lasting defense force. And that's where LLPCs come in. Every vaccine is designed with the ambition to create these enduring warriors for lifelong protection. The journey of these cells is not an easy one. Imagine them as seasoned travelers, embarking from the lymph nodes, navigating the intricate pathways of our body, and finally settling in the bone marrow. This journey is crucial because the bone marrow, with its nurturing environment, allows these cells to survive for an extended period. It's interesting to note that some vaccines, like those for measles and rubella, are quite successful in producing these cells in the bone marrow. These vaccines have been around for a while, and they've proven their efficacy in providing long-lasting immunity. They manage to activate the LLPCs in the bone marrow, ensuring a robust and enduring defense against these diseases. However, not all vaccines manage to activate these long-lasting plasma cells in the bone marrow. Let's explore this further. Vaccines are not created equal, especially when it comes to generating memory B cells and long-lasting plasma cells, or LLPCs. This is the crux of the disparity among vaccines. They may all aim to protect us from disease, but their methods and successes in stimulating our immune systems can vary widely. Let's delve a bit deeper. Memory B cells and LLPCs are the key players in the game of long-term immunity. These cells are like the guardians of our health, able to swiftly recognize and combat familiar threats. But not all vaccines can effectively stimulate the production of these cells. Take, for instance, the polysaccharide typhoid and the pneumococcal vaccines. These shots, while helpful, don't prompt the body to create memory B cells. Without these cells, the body's ability to remember and quickly fight off these diseases is lessened. But it's not just about creating memory B cells. These cells need the support of T cells to function effectively. And only vaccines that stimulate T cells can also induce the body to produce memory B cells. So the effectiveness of a vaccine is also tied to its ability to stimulate T cells. And then there are the LLPCs, the cells that move from the lymph node to the bone marrow and can endure for decades. Every vaccine tries to create these long-lasting plasma cells for lifelong protection. However, some potent vaccines, like the mRNA COVID-19 shots, fail to activate these cells in the bone marrow. This means that while these vaccines are effective in the short term, they may not offer the same long-term protection as vaccines that do stimulate the production of LLPCs. In conclusion, for long-term protection, vaccines must generate both memory B cells and LLPCs in the bone marrow. The effectiveness of a vaccine is thus dependent on its ability to produce these cells. So the next time you roll up your sleeve for a shot, remember it's not just about the immediate protection, but also about the long game of immunity.